नेट चला गया, नेट चला गया। हेलो श्वेता, नेट चला गया लगता है। हेलो, इसको स्टॉप करके फिर से करें।
नेट है डॉक्टर साहब, नेट है।
ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, सरल सुगम शिक्षा का आलय। जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय। ज्योत जलाए ज्ञान की, स्वाध्याय की, अनुसंधान की राह दिखाए वंचितों को, शिक्षा के अधिकार की। ना उम्र का कोई बंधन, ना बंदिश परिधि की, घर घर है बना शिक्षा का देवालय। ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय। जन जन का मान है, सम्मान है, पहचान है। जन जन का मान, सम्मान, पहचान है। राष्ट्र का आह्वान है, बलिदान है, अभिमान है। राष्ट्र का आह्वान, बलिदान, अभिमान है। सर्वसुलभ सर्वोत्तम शिक्षा का है माला, मुक्त और दूरस्थ शिक्षा का महाल। यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय। देश विदेश पटल पर भूषित, नवाचार से सज्जित, गुणवत्ता से परिपूरित। ज्ञान वाणी, ज्ञान दर्शन, ज्ञान कोश से संचित, ज्ञान कोश से संचित। सर्वगुण संपन्न शिक्षा का हिमालय, शिक्षा का हिमालय। यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय।
Now, I would like to request the Director, School of Engineering and Technology, Professor Ashish Agarwal, to please to address our guest for the welcome address and the introduction of School of Engineering and Technology. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shweta. Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, respected our esteemed guest, respected our PVC Satyakam ji, respected RP Das ji PVC, respected Uma Kanji Lal madam, respected Sumitra Kukriti madam, and all the directors and my dear colleagues. I wish you a happy Basant Panchami. Today is very auspicious day, and we are starting this program with the this particular day, that is a Basant Panchami. So it is our fortune that we are able to launch this program on such a auspicious occasion. Our school, School of Engineering and Technology, is one of the 21 School of Studies of Indira Gandhi National Open University. We have started our journey in 1989. We have developed many engineering courses. Now, from 2011 onward, now we are running different programs. In 2021, we have launched two programs. One is postgraduate certificate in industrial safety, and one project postgraduate certificate in inventory planning and warehousing system. In July 2021, we have launched a diploma in smart city and PG certificate in solid waste, only certificate in solid waste treatment techniques. With the motivation of Professor Nageshwar Rao, VC, and motivation of our PVC, Professor Satyakam, we are able to launch this MSc program, that is the MSc in Renewable Energy and Environment, and PG certificate in Condition Monitoring. Along with this, several other programs are also in pipeline, just like BSc in Applied Sciences, BSc in Industrial Environment, then MSc in Infrastructure Development Studies. These programs, we are also trying to have the PhD program from School of Engineering and Technology. Besides these programs, we are also developing, or we are conducting the programs for the capacity buildings, just like faculty development program. In 2020, we have conducted one 5-day program on, and this year we are very fortunate to have the approval from AICTE to have this under Atal Yojana on industrial safety. We have conducted one 5-day program. In 2020, during this COVID pandemic, we have conducted at least 3 seminars, and also we have developed the courses, video lectures for SWAM. I am very happy to inform this our school has developed 15 courses, videos for 15 courses, and the total enrollment is about 12,895. In this occasion, I am also thankful to the Director SOITS, SOS, and SOCS for their support in developing, in coordinating with School of Engineering Technology, so that we are able to launch this program in a very short duration of time, that is MSc in Renewable Energy as well as PG certificate in Condition Monitoring. मैं ज़्यादा time नहीं लूँगा. Now I am again thankful to all of the guests who have joined us. Now, Dr. Shweta, please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request our program coordinator, Dr. Shashank Srivastava, to give the brief about his program, Postgraduate Certificate in Condition Monitoring. Dr. Shashank, please.
Namaskar. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, sir and Madam, Director SOET, Honorable Guest of Honors and Directors of other schools, and my dear colleagues and faculty members. A very good afternoon to all of you. So I am just going to give an introduction about the condition monitoring program. So this is called the condition monitoring program, which is being launched by SOET. So there are very two important words, that is condition and monitoring. So to make it more clear, I would just like to draw an analogy from the human behavior. Whenever we meet a person, we ask that person, how are you? Or ask that person, how are you? So what does that mean? Why do we ask such a question? We ask that question to know about the condition of that person, about his health, about how he is doing in his daily life, or how he is doing in his professional life. Similarly, in the case of machines or structures or equipments, we need to know the condition of that particular machine. How is its health? So we do periodical or continuous real-time assessment of these machines or structures. And why is it done? It is done so that no major fault occurs and no functional disruption is there. So we do this thing. So condition monitoring covers wide areas and ranging from mechanical to aerospace to civil and even to biomedical sectors. So it covers many areas. It is multidisciplinary in nature, and I hope that it will attract a lot of students. And I am thankful for the contribution of my colleagues and this enthusiasm they have shown. And I'm also thankful to the School of Science because I'm adopting one course from there. And then I think that this course is going to attract a lot of students. One thing is there that the fees is a little bit on the higher side, but we will just wait and see for this first batch, and then we can adjust accordingly after that. So this was all about the introduction of the condition monitoring. Thank you very much. Dr. Shweta, please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Another program that we are going to launch today is M.Sc Renewable Energy and Environment. And I'm the program coordinator for this program. And as we know that nowadays the world is confronted between the twin crisis of fossil fuel depletion and environmental degradation as well. So there is a need to switch over such alternative resources which are environmental friendly, eco-friendly as well, and they could be an alternative for our fossil fuels. Keeping these things in mind, we have given a thought that as this area is very diversified and lot of new business opportunities, technologies, and some thirst of the people to know about the renewable energy source is there. So a master program in this area could be very beneficial to all of us. So keeping this in mind, we have interacted with several eminent experts from IITs, NITs, and the people who are working in oil sectors, power sectors, and in energy research areas. And then we have find that really there is a need of this program. So keeping this thing in mind, we have developed and designed a program, master's program on renewable energy and environment. And with the objective of this program is that we will equip the learners with the various technologies, and apart from it, the learner will know the new technologies, how to substitute the renewable energy sources. And when we talk about the substitution, conservation of energy is equally important. If we could conserve energy, it will be better than generating the energy. So energy conservation is also very important, and a detailed expertise will be offered in solar energy systems, and it will involve photovoltaic, thermal energy system, wind energy, biomass, geothermal. And along with this, we will give them tips for conservation techniques as well. This program is aligned with the new education policy 2020, and it is a 66 credit multidisciplinary program, and it will be in modular in nature. And if the learner want to exit after 1 year, completing 34 credits, we will give him or he will earn a PG diploma in renewable energy and environment. After some years, if he want to rejoin the program, there will be the option for the lateral entry as well, and he could rejoin the program in second year, and the credits of the first year will be transferred. Eligibility criteria for the admission is graduates in science and engineering. And the courses we have included are energy conversion, heat transfer, and we have renewable energy systems, bioenergy, solar energy, economics, we have also focused, energy policy, we have also focused. And to make this program more multidisciplinary, we have given the choice of 2 elective subjects and have prepared a pool of elective subjects, out of which a student has to select only 2 electives. And these electives are in the field of computer applications, environment, and energy. Because the Internet of Things, etc., artificial intelligence are very important when we want to develop any renewable energy system. So these are considered, and the program fee for this is 2,400 for the full program. And I think that this program will give rise to many employment opportunities as well. It has an immense potential for the employment, not only in India but across the world. He could find the job as a researcher in field of energy policy, energy audit, conservation, clean development mechanism, etc. Energy auditors and managers in any industry or power sector, scientists, public sectors, power sectors are already recruiting, and entrepreneurs and academicians. With this, we have developed this program and have got all the necessary statutory approvals. And now we are going to launch it today with the permission of Vice Chancellor. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request our distinguished guest, Dr. P.C. Pansar, who is former advisor, scientist G from Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. He has developed and implemented the integrated rural energy plans for Jaspur, Pisavan, and Mohanlalganj blocks in UP. He was the project officer, non-conventional energy department. He has initiated National Renewable Energy Fellowship Program, National Solar Science Fellowship Program, and had instituting renewable energy chairs, formation of power sector skill council and skill council for green jobs, and there are many more feathers to his crown. He is associated with the National Institute of Solar Energy, and he has established a state-of-art battery research and evaluation facility there. He was also director in charge of Global Renewable Energy Meet activities of the ministry, and he has also served as the member of National Task Force on Green Jobs, National Steering Committee of National Mission of Power Electronics of Department of Electronics, and he was in the Board of Studies of DTU for M.Tech in Renewable Energy. He was in the academic councils of various institutes. He is a life member of Solar Energy Society of India. He was also instrumental in developing basic standards for batteries to be used in decentralized SPV application. He has guided 5 PhDs in addition to guiding a number of M.Tech students for their major projects. Apart from this, we have conducted many programs on energy, workshops, FDPs, etc., and he has always gently consented to be with us. He has always guided and supported us. Sir, I would like to invite you for the address of the gathering.
सर अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Tripathi, for nice introduction. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Professor Ashish Agrawal, distinguished faculty members of IGNOU, and distinguished participants from various parts of the country joined this event through various social media platforms. It gives me immense pleasure actually to be part of launching ceremony of these two very pertinent and timely programs which are being launched by Indira Gandhi Open University, Renewable Energy and Environment, as well as on condition monitoring. As you all know, that renewable energy was not known as renewable energy sources at one point of time We used to call it as non-conventional energy sources, sometimes in 80s or early 90s. And the reason was obvious, because we were not very accustomed to tapping the vast resource available to us from nature. In fact, some 200 years back, we had been using only these non-conventional energy sources, and in that way, these were the conventional sources of energy. But in due course of the time, these became non-conventional. And of course, the coal, oil, gas, they all became the conventional sources of energy. And we were not, to some extent, able to understand that the sources, what we have been using, were finite in nature. That's one aspect. And then continuous and uncontrolled use of these sources may also create some other type of problems, like the problems of global warming or health or all those types of things. And naturally, there were two driving forces basically, which we have thought to transfer our economy from these conventional sources to the non-conventional energy sources. One was the 1973 oil shock, and another is now, which started from late 80s, that was the environmental considerations. And after this first Earth Summit in 2002 in Brazil, after that, of course, 1992, after that, of course, this renewable movement have got momentum. And after Copenhagen in 2008 or 2009, particularly in India, a total shift has come in the policies which have been which are being implemented by a government. Earlier, prior to in 70s or early 80s, the focus was on research and development, and then the focus shifted to deployment, mainly for the demonstration purpose. Then early 90s, basically the pre-commercialization area, some commercial projects have come. In 1996, we had made a dent and changed the name from non-conventional to renewable energy. That's what the history was. But the major thing in 2008, when immediately it was thought to have 20 gigawatt of grid-connected solar electricity projects to be deployed within a span of something around 14 years. That was treated as a very challenging target at that time. And when 2010, when this National Solar Mission was launched, this solar mission was distributed in 3 phases. The first phase was 1000 megawatt, another was adding the 3000 megawatt by 2017, and ultimately 20,000 megawatt by 2022. But the way the policy have changed, the way some fiscal incentives were given, the way some economic models or the financial models in tariff and all that have come, the situation totally changed, and we were able to achieve this 20,000 by 2015 or 2016 itself, and today we are something around 40 gigawatt as on today, and we are sure to be achieving more than 100 gigawatt by the end of this current year, that is 2022. And ultimately, we are supposed to add 280 gigawatt by 2930. And in total renewable scenario, we will be having something around 450 gigawatt installed capacity within the country. So this all changes which have taken place during last 10 years have also posed certain challenges. And one of the biggest challenges was how to get the trained manpower or the qualified manpower for that. And when I'm telling that trained and qualified, these are two different words. The qualified is a person who can think, who can design, who can also foresee what type of problems would be arising by way of deploying so many things, and can start doing some research, technological advancement, some policy initiatives, all those things. And there comes the need of educational institutions, higher educational institutions to address such type of challenges. So in this reference, actually, as part of my responsibility in the ministry, in charge of human resource development in renewable energy, a lot of initiatives were taken, and one of the major initiative, in fact, which to some extent could not go in the way we thought that it would have gone. We signed an MOU with IGNOU way back in 2010 or 2011 for course on renewable energy. So it's I'm happy actually now, ultimately, after a gap of maybe 10 years or 11 years, at least this course have come. So that's a means to some extent a very satisfying moment for me that this course has been launched. Now, one of the things basically which I would like to emphasize actually as on today, that we are going to have 450 gigawatt installed capacity by 2030. And in any case, we have to be carbon neutral by 2070. We announced and we have committed. So naturally, there are a number of things basically which are lined up. In the recent budget, a lot of announcements have already taken place. So the challenges which are coming now to have the grid stability, to have blending of biofuel with hydrogen economy, electric vehicles, all those are there. The grid stability will be a great challenge because we will have surplus electricity, which to some extent we already have today because our demand is not increasing the way our generation capacity is increasing. And as per the CEA projection, we will be having something around 816 or 817 gigawatt of installed capacity, and our peak load will be somewhere around 340 to 350 gigawatt. And there would be some time like maybe 12 o'clock at noon, surplus electricity. So how to use that surplus electricity so that our grid doesn't get destabilized. These are some of the challenges. I think with the launch of this program, be able to inculcate in the mind of our academicians and the students who would be joining this course to work on these lines. I hope that these two programs will keep on updating themselves in due course of time, and will definitely, because these are the open learning, open and distance learning program, already existing manpower which are deployed in various projects or which are implementing at different levels, they will also be able to get advantage of the knowledge base which is available within the country through these programs. I hope this will definitely serve a great purpose of creating a qualified manpower for addressing the foreseeable challenges by way of deploying such a huge capacity of intermittent renewable energy. So I congratulate IGNOU for start. and specifically on this very auspicious day, which is basically the Vasant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. May Ma Goddess Saraswati bless all of us that these programs serve the purpose in these are being launched, and give us the wisdom that we would update these programs to address the needs which may arise or which are arising and may arise in future. With these words, I again extend my hearty congratulations to all of you, and also my good wishes for the success of these programs. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Anand Kumar Tiwari, sir, for the address. He is former Executive Director from Indian Oil Corporation Limited. He was associated with Pipelines Operations Division. He is basically a mechanical engineer, but has more than 39 years of experience in oil and gas pipelines, renewable energy, solar, off-grid, on-grid supported power plant, wind energy, CGD network, etc. He has designed many things and was in design, technical services, project execution, operation, etc. He was in the operation and maintenance and worked for the integrity management cross-country crude oil, petroleum products, LPG, and natural gas pipelines. He has organized international benchmarking of these pipelines. He has implemented new technology in the field of pipeline operation and maintenance. He has executed many projects and implementation for monitoring of field measure equipment as well. He has presented several technical papers in Pipeline Technology Conference, Berlin, Operators Forum Europe, NACE conferences, etc. He is in the technical committee of Berlin Pipeline Technology Conference. And apart from all these things, he is guiding us since the inception of this M.Sc program and has guided us and helped us to design this program in such a manner that it will be beneficial for the industry and the oil sectors and the energy sectors which are going to emerge very soon. With these words, I would request you to, sir, please address us.
Thank you, Sweta. Thank you very much for the introduction. Respected Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, Director SOET, my senior colleague who just spoke, Dr. P.C. Pant, former advisor MNRE, Madam Sweta Tripathi, distinguished guests who are connected, and respected ladies who are connected to the session. First of all, my compliments to you all on the auspicious occasion of Vasant Panchami. Today is the time when we worship the goddess Saraswati, Ma Sharda. Or with this, actually, it becomes the most auspicious moment that the postgraduate level program is being inaugurated today on this auspicious occasion. So far, the energy of the country is concerned, I have served in the Indian Oil Corporation, which has been a premier integrated energy company since long, and responding the all energy need. When the gas was coming up, Indian Oil joined the gas, and prior to that, when the movement for the MNRE, in ministry started for the particularly then called the non-conventional energy, now renewable energy, Indian Oil was the first one. In fact, the first wind turbine project of a small wind turbine project of 21 megawatt, that is a 14 wind turbine of 1.5 megawatt. I myself was given the responsibility as a then Deputy General Manager of the Western region, posted at Rajkot, that in Gujarat it is to be started and commissioned 20 megawatt wind turbine. Since then, we have gone to the southern area and other, and that was the first renewable log project. Otherwise, rooftop solar and other things was a very common thing in the Gujarat. Then parallelly, Indian Oil decided 5 megawatt. At that time, the 5 megawatt used to be a big unit for the solar power plant. We commissioned in the Rajasthan, one of the desert district of the Rajasthan, way back. These all in between 2009 and 2012, these things were commissioned. And since then, Indian Oil operated, and of course, somewhere we are having a facility to withdraw that wheeling back the energy. So Indian Oil has been, the beginning has been involved in the non-conventional energies, or or renewable energy, now we call it. Coming back to the energy scenario of the country, we are the third largest energy consumer in the world. After the US and China, we are coming the third one. Huge amount of, more than 26% of my import cost is only petroleum product. And for us, particularly country like us, it assumes a double significance. One is the renewable energy use, that is the decarbonizing the energy sector. Additionally, it becomes very, very vital for us to have self-sufficiency, which is the aim of the Niti Aayog, to have a self-sufficiency in the field of energy or something like that. It's a the renewable energy will be one of the steps. Today, our petroleum requirement, which each one of you is using in the form of either Indian gas at home or petrol or diesel for your cars and vehicles, or even sometimes generators if the power is out, that is supplied by crude oil. We are 85% importing the crude oil in the country, only 15%. Some year this figure goes down, even 13% we are self-sufficiency, balance we are importing from outside. Luckily, we have developed the refining capacity. The country has 23 refineries of having a refining capacity of close to 250 million ton. And against that, 215 million ton we are consuming. So we are not, mostly we are importing the crude oil. And of course, the differential time, we are importing the finished product too. Similar is the gas, where we have announced the consumption of the natural gas from our primary energy mix from 6.2% to 15% by 2030. And against that, a lot of expansion and infrastructure projects are coming up. But we are, as on today, 50 to 55% gas we are still importing in the form of LNG to our coastal routes. A product like LPG, which has been given a thrust under the Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana, that so the LPG reaches to every house, and we stopped burning the biofuel or forest residue for that, which are most carbon emitters. So we have gone for that. Country consumes about 26 million ton of LPG in a year. About 12.5 we produce either through the fractionation route or all the refineries put together. That is about more than 50%, close to 50 to 55%. LPG also we are importing in the country. That's why India is constructing world largest LPG pipeline in the world, about 2,900 kilometers in India, which is already project is going on, just to have a distribution of LPG throughout the country, because a lot of LPG we are importing. So it is connected to 6 import terminals and refineries, so that we are feeding and supplying ultimately the LPG, which is reaches to the your doorstep, because all the districts and all the villages are not lucky like that. IGL is giving a connection and to your home, and you are getting a natural gas to use as a fuel, cooking fuel. So one way it is the climate consideration. Against that, already we are signatory to the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. More than 200 countries are signatory to that. India became one of that. That 17 goal we go for the implementation. That is all related with the life, community life, as well as the decarbonization effect, smart cities and resilient infrastructure and all. We are being signatory to that. First to 12th November 2021, already that we have given a Glasgow summit, we have given already commitment that will be, as given by Professor Pant also, that India intend to become the carbon neutral by 2070. And against that, India has drawn up a massive plan prior to that also, that 175 gigawatt by 2030 and 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030, and as well as that 175 gigawatt by 2022, and largely we achieved that. That's a kind of thing. So country has not only progressed, And the launching of the course at this time in the case of renewable energy, that becomes very, very vital for the country like ours, because you know the last year on 15th of August, our Prime Minister in the Independence Day address has also announced the National Hydrogen Mission, incorporation of National Hydrogen Mission. You know, the hydrogen is becoming a future fuel as a part of the energy carrier. That's not an energy in itself, but as an energy carrier. And we know that hydrogen is not a new to word. It is invented way back in 1766. So it's not a new thing, but in a form of an energy carrier, because hydrogen is being used in the India also for desulfurization of the fuels and for ammonia building in case of a fertilizer plant. For long back, about 6 to 7 million ton hydrogen we produce in Valley in our refineries or in a fertilizer plant. But that is a specific use, not a use as a energy for transport, building, agro, or other industries and all those things. So, but now government has announced the hydrogen mission. That is one of the area which is closely linked. If you see the hydrogen mission and renewable energy, they are closely interlinked, because hydrogen we can produce by so many things, like including the fossil fuel. We are producing the hydrogen. You know that in Delhi we are already producing the hydrogen. We are mixing with the natural gas on a pilot basis, 18% hydrogen for the last 2.5 years, and running the buses in Delhi successfully, which is emission level has much gone down. Now country intend to go for a hydrogen blending in the natural gas network itself. There are certain technical as well as the administrative challenges that are being looked into. So it is again linked with the renewable energy, because if you want to produce a green hydrogen, that is basically the splitting of water, that is electrolysis of water. For that, if you are using the green electricity, that is either produced by solar or wind or any other renewable energy source, then it becomes a green energy, green hydrogen. So ultimately, the green hydrogen, a lot of work has been done in the country, and country is progressing in this field. Definitely, this requires a support of a backbone of a renewable energy, which is expanding. I'm very happy that not only the government sector, which has been announcing, and in the November 2022, the country intend to have 40% of the total generation. That is, we are generating about 393 gigawatt. That is installed capacity in our country. Out of that, 40% should be from, the renewable energy route. With the aim was 2030. It's a great privilege for the country like India that 9 years ahead of that, almost we achieved that aim. So that is we are progressing, but we cannot be complacent on that, because we are one of the most energy guzzling country, and our requirement are going to grow with the increase in the population, increase in the urban route. The consumption will go, and rapid economic growth will be, and rapid industrialization will be one of the area where we will be consuming more energy. So that's why we require more energy. At present, our maximum energy is met by, say, 3 fuels like coal, oil, and solid mass. Definitely, the dependence of, as we increase the dependence of renewable energy, this component goes down. And once we talk of a not only consumption but emitting also, once we are consuming a lot of amount of fossil fuel, definitely we are emitting a substantial amount of carbon also. But over the period of time, if you calculate the per capita emission, definitely having the huge population, our per capita emissions are much more reasonable compared to the other developed world. That's why we are not able to, we are not getting a focus of the world on the per capita emission level or something like that. But definitely things are not very favorable so far the emission is there. Other aspect the country has done regarding the reducing the emission and reducing the harmful effect of the gases. Say, case of a diesel. Professor Pant was in talking about 91, the beginning of MNRE or beginning of, the renewable energy terminology and all. At that time, the diesel in India, incidentally, again, I was that time posted in Delhi. Diesel of Indian, the Indian standard of the diesel was having 10,000 ppm of sulfur. You can understand the amount of SOx it was producing at the tail end. Now we are having in BS6 scenario 10 ppm sulfur. 10,000 to be reduced over the period of time, 10 ppm with effect from 2019. You already know that. So something like that. In case of a MS, we were having a lot of things, bad things like tetraethyl lead. We are having a lot of, the closed chain compound like benzene component. We are also having 2000 ppm of sulfur in the MS in the 1991. We have progressively reduced. Now it is less than 10 ppm. When we talk of BS grade less than 10 ppm, our refineries are producing 6 to 7 ppm. So mostly you are getting in the market, it is less than 9 ppm basically, even after, because through a pipeline system or through a system, because you know the ATF is having close to 2000 ppm sulfur. So all the products are moving through the same system. Kerosene is having, as per the approved norm, 1000 ppm sulfur. So there is a slight mixing, but definitely at the end when it is delivered to the customer, we go for a strict quality monitoring. So these initiatives have already been done. And I'm very happy to see your curriculum is truly reflecting the industry need, like energy and environment, foundation of mathematics and statistics, because the statistics and particularly the modeling becomes very, very vital. The input has been given. Renewable energy system, and not only the system and energy management, you have also focused on the laws and policies of the country in the form of environmental law and management. Then solar energy, bioenergy, the root of the non-conventional energy or renewable energy has been duly emphasized in your project. And the curriculum and the minor project and major project has been addressed. I'm sure somewhere down the line, when we talk of the project, things like EVs, electrical vehicles, or things like hydrogen production and distribution could also be addressed, so that they are updated on the students who are undergoing the MSc programs, are truly reflecting the overall scenario of the world, what is happening. India has, you know, that we are also going very forward for the EV charging system. But EV charging system, we have not gone so aggressively with the lithium-ion battery, because if you see the lithium-ion battery migration, possibly it had become another story of a crude oil. 85% we are dependent on out. Definitely, you know, the lithium we are not producing in a raw form or in a process form much in our country. It is coming from Africa and of course China also for a lot of this thing, and partly we are producing. So we didn't want it that we should be caught in from one place to another in this thing. That's why the country has gone for a metal air batteries. Our IOC R&D center has successfully not only the design constructed, but it still started operating the metal air batteries. That could be so many metal air batteries. To beginning was made with the aluminum air batteries. So these are the things which are coming in the future. They will be driving the transport sector. They will be driving the industry also. With the hydrogen penetration, the heavy industries like iron, steel, cement, and other industry, we expect that the decarbonization will take place. Aviation sector, which has largely been dominated by aviation turbine fuel, which is more than 2000 ppm sulfur. So these things will also go for a blending route progressively to reduce that. And additionally, private sector has announced the major investments. Say RIL has announced INR $600 billion 600 billion rupees investment to 5,000 acre greenfield energy complex in Jamnagar. RIL has, in addition to the country announced for 2070 as an carbon neutral, they have announced their target of by 2035. Gas Authority of India Limited started going for tendering for electrolyzer fabrication. NTPC decided to go for 4.75 gigawatt solar park in Rann of Kutch, and IOC has decided to go for 10% of the hydrogen production through the green route only. L&T has announced 10 to 15 billion. Of course, they are yet to firm up investment in the field of hydrogen and renewable energy, and they aim that L&T, a mega infrastructure company, they decided that they should be achieving the aim of net zero by 2040. So these are the upcoming sign which is required. Coming to the second topic, condition monitoring, again, say very close to my heart. I will not take more than a minute or so, because recently I have written an article also, digital twin and all those things, because in industry, these are the characteristic of the products and the machinery running, like vibration, pressure, temperature, acoustic signals and all those things. In the invent of IoT or something like that, we have gone in a long way to understand the problems are handled much before the failure of the machine takes place. The course launching like a conditional monitoring and having a certified course in that, possibly It's a great step the university has taken. I wish all the best. With this, I wish to conclude, but only would like to mention that it is not only the corporate and others, they do it on the government policy framework should be supportive in that. Supportive investment climate should be there. Research and development should be there. And above all, the academia's support to develop the manpower friendly of handling the project. And these things are required. With this, I conclude and express my sincere thanks to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Our Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, who has made a remarkable contribution to the literary and academic compasses and has always guided us, and under his able guidance, the SOET is developing many programs also. During the pandemics as well, due to his vision, the school was developing many online courses in SPAM platform. His humble nature, and whenever we go to take any permission for anything, he with his usual smile when says, "Kariye na, kya dikkat hai?" that act as a restoring force for all of us, and soon he start to guide us on how to develop and implement these things. Without his guidance, nothing was possible to us. So now I would like to request our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Satyakam sir, to address us and bless us.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर श्वेता त्रिपाठी जी, आदरणीय कुलपति महोदय, हमारे अतिथि गण डॉक्टर प्रदीप चंद पंत जी और डॉक्टर आनंद कुमार तिवारी जी और मेरे सभी साथी स्कूल के और विभिन्न विभागाध्यक्ष और जो लोग भी इस कार्यक्रम को सुन रहे हैं विभिन्न चैनल्स पर, आज का दिन बहुत ही शुभ दिन है और वसंत पंचमी है। सरस्वती की आराधना हम करते हैं इस दिन। सरस्वती महाभागे विद्ये कमल लोचने विद्या रूपे विशालाक्षी विद्याम देहि नमस्तुते। हे महाभाग्यवती ज्ञान रूपा कमल के समान विशाल नेत्र वाली ज्ञानदात्री सरस्वती, मुझे विद्या दो, मैं आपको प्रणाम करता हूं। आज के इस शुभ अवसर पर जब 2 प्रोग्राम हम लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं, M.Sc इन रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी एंड एनवायरनमेंट, PG सर्टिफिकेट इन कंडीशन मॉनिटरिंग, इसके बारे में विस्तार से फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ने, प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर्स ने और खास तौर पर हमारे जो डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट हैं पंत साहब और तिवारी जी ने बहुत विस्तार के साथ अपने अनुभव को शेयर किया। उससे हमें पता चलता है क्रम कितना जरूरी था हमारे लिए और कहीं ना कहीं हम पीछे रह रहे थे इस कार्यक्रम को न लाकर। आगे श्वेता जी ने बताया कि ये मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी प्रोग्राम है जिसमें टेक्नोलॉजी, साइंस, एनवायरनमेंट, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस सबका उपयोग किया जाएगा। एनवायरमेंटल लॉ की बात इसमें की जाएगी। अक्षय ऊर्जा स्रोत है और हम अपनी परंपरा में सूर्य, वायु और जल को प्रणाम करते हैं और यही हमारे जीवन के अक्षय स्रोत हैं, क्योंकि बिना ऊर्जा के हम आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी बात कि जिस तरह से कार्यक्रम को विद्यार्थी पढ़ेंगे तो रोजगार भी बहुत उपलब्ध होगा, क्योंकि जैसा कि डॉक्टर तिवारी और डॉक्टर पंत जी ने बताया कि बहुत तक हमें काफी हद तक अक्षय ऊर्जा स्रोत पर निर्भर हो जाना है। तो इसके लिए मानव संसाधन, मैन पावर की भी जरूरत होगी। तो और हम इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय ऐसे साइंटिस्ट को पैदा करेंगे जो रोजगार उन्मुख हो, इसलिए इस कार्यक्रम को भी ऐसा ही बनाया गया है। तो मैं फिर से बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं स्कूल ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के सभी साथियों को जिन्होंने मिलकर ये कार्यक्रम तैयार किया है। और मैं अनुरोध करता हूं अपने आदरणीय कुलपति महोदय से और डॉक्टर पंत और डॉक्टर तिवारी और सब साथियों से कि प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव के नेतृत्व में ये कार्यक्रम आरंभ हो रहा है, तो इसका विमोचन किया जाए, लोकार्पण किया जाए, विद्यार्थियों के लिए एडमिशन ओपन किया जाए। प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर। कृपया अनुरोध है कि इसको विमोचन की प्रक्रिया को संचालित किया जाए। प्लीज प्लीज COE, I request you. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और मैं अपने आदरणीय कुलपति जी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि आप आशीर्वचन दें और हमें ब्लेसिंग्स दें। प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव जी।
It is an auspicious occasion of Vasanta Panchami. The goddess Saraswati, and on this auspicious occasion, the School of Engineering and Technology has made sincere efforts to have these two programs launched today itself. Dr. P.C. Pant, Dr. Anand Kumar Tiwari, our distinguished guests who have given their blessings to all of us to motivate and inspire us in this endeavor. And rightly so, the school deserves special appreciation, because now the time has come when we have to see that how the pure courses in engineering or the pure courses in science, they can be used for the social concerns, the social requirements. And the national education policy has clearly shown us the way forward. And the school has rightly prepared these programs, structured this program as a multidisciplinary program to touch upon an issue which is of national importance. Gone are the days when we used to focus on one discipline, and those courses, they are specifically restricted to the boundaries of that specific discipline. Civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, the physics, chemistry, even the life sciences, even the environmental concerns, they all are the interrelated disciplines. And whenever any attempt has been made to integrate and interrelate these disciplines, the specific disciplines they used to force us that we should not cross the boundaries set by those disciplines. The National Education Policy 2020 has clearly told us that forget about those boundaries, forget about those restrictions. You move beyond that. And the School of Engineering and Technology has grabbed this opportunity because our school is rich in talent, rich in experience, rich in knowledge, and they are the only one in the country who are having the expertise of running open and distance learning programs. Because way back, 25 years back, even before that, we used to run almost all the engineering programs. And they were very popular one also. Our materials, they are widely being accepted all over the country. And now we have shown our worth, shown our utility to the world, to the country as a whole, that whenever the priorities of the nation, they give us a different direction, our school is mentally prepared to cope up those challenges. And what they have done in these two programs, that existing basic disciplines, how they are to be integrated, how they are to be made multidisciplinary, and how they can be useful to the learners. Because you will not find such programs in other institutes of engineering. So therefore, our school has transformed themselves from the basic school of engineering and technology to a school of national importance, where the environmental concerns they are being addressed, where the national priorities they are also being taken into account. The national priority is energy, how to conserve energy, how to go for the newer ways of strengthening the energy base, and how to look at this renewable energy. And also the environmental concerns they're also to be addressed. So a lot has been changed during the last 30, 40 years. And all those changes, now our young generation, they are to be updated. And we have to reach to them in such a way so that these people, they can become the trendsetters. They will chart the path on which the country's development, it may be based. My young colleague, Dr. Seta Tripathi, the efforts which she has made, along with other colleagues of the school, direction of the director, Dr. Ashish Agarwal, they're very, very crucial, because the director has to create an environment wherein the faculties, they have to exhibit their potential. And this has been clearly exhibited when they have gone for this program, which will be an eye-opener to many. Dr. Pant and Dr. both have highlighted that how the present thrust of the development process, they center around the issues of environment, renewable energy, and conditional monitoring. And all the three issues, they are being looked into by these two programs. One is the PG program, another one is the PG certificate program. And only we can reach to those people who are already in the field, who are already working somewhere else, and they have to update their academic and practical exposure in those areas for which these courses are quite relevant. A great beginning and a great initiative as well as effort of the school also to come forward and show to the world that our school, it has got a great past and a bright future also. Because once we look at the multidisciplinary focus and try to see that how that can be made socially relevant, then so many areas they will come to us. Earlier we used to see that in their school they used to specialize the programs in civil engineering, programs in electrical engineering, programs in mechanical engineering. But now they try to see that how that integration is possible and how we can contribute to the national process of development. And for that, these are the timely courses, the timely programs, quite relevant programs. And the people who are in the field, they're already having the graduation degrees or the post-graduation degrees in either civil engineering or in electrical engineering or in mechanical engineering or in water resource management. Everywhere they can upgrade their knowledge and skills so that they can contribute significantly to the present day concerns and challenges. And rightly, the course has tried to incorporate all those ingredients in the structure. I compliment my friends, my colleagues, and also to Pro Vice Chancellor Satyakamji, who has taken a lot of pains to see that how the program they can be put in a shape so that it may address the issues of national development. Great initiative, great effort, significant contribution. The school and the whole faculty needs to be complimented for going these initiatives in tune with the requirements of the national education policy, wherein the multidisciplinary focus is there. And the modular approach that is also being taken into account while developing its structure. So wishing them all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your presidential address.
Very much.
It was only your vision, sir, that we were able to do this. It was only your continuous encouragement that we have to follow NEP 2020 guidelines. We were able to develop such program. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Agrawal to express the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shweta. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao sir, all respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das sir, Professor Satyakam sir, Professor Uma Kanjilal ma'am, and Professor Sumitra Kukreti ma'am. Professor Ashish Agrawal, Director, School of Engineering and Technology, Directors and Heads of Schools and Division, respected guest Dr. P.C. Pant, former scientist, G, Advisor MNRE, and Dr. Anand Kumar Tiwari, former Executive Director, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, and my dear colleagues. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion of launch of two programs, that is M.Sc in Renewable Energy and Environment and PG Certificate in Condition Monitoring. I, on behalf of the School of Engineering and Technology and on my personal behalf, extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao sir, for accepting our invitation to bless the occasion and sharing his vision with us. Sir, we are really thankful to you for your immense support and encouragement for launching of these two programs. We are also thankful to our Vice Chancellor for providing his vision for future aspire of SOET and motivating us. Thank you very much, sir. I express my sincere thanks to Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Satyakam sir, for gracing this function. This program was initiated under his leadership. SOT and we sincerely thank you, sir, for your continuous support, leadership, and help. Sir, because of your dynamic leadership, we were able to develop this program. Our sincere thanks and gratitude to you. I convey our sincere vote of thanks our respected guest, Dr. P.C. Pant, former scientist, MNRE, for sparing his valuable time from his busy schedule for today's program and making such a big impact of his address. Sir, please accept our sincere thanks. A special thanks to Dr. Anand Kumar Tiwari, former Executive Director, IOCL, New Delhi, for taking time from his busy schedule. Sir, we are sincerely thankful for your kind presence and gracing the occasion. Sir, we have been enlightened by your ideas. We thank you with a sense of gratitude in our hearts. We would also like to place on record our sincere thanks to Professor R.P. Das sir, Professor Uma Kanjilal, Pro Vice Chancellor for their presence and guidance. The presence of all the directors and heads of all schools, centers, division has added grace to the launch program. We would like to offer thanks to them. Our colleagues at regional centers across the country have joined the function virtually in large numbers. We communicate our thanks and gratitude to all of them. A special thanks to the Director RSD, EMPC, PNDD, SRD, and Registrar Admin, Finance Officer for their constant support during the different stages of the program development. I would also express my sincerely thank to Director SOET, Professor Ashish Agrawal sir, for his constant guidance and supervision. I am really thankful to our director for providing a stimulating environment for such academic achievement at SOET. Sir, we are extremely grateful to you for the support, encouragement, and guidance. I convey my gratitude to Dr. Sweta Tripathi, Program Coordinator, M.Sc Renewable Energy and Environment, and Dr. Sasank Srivastava, Program Coordinator, PG Certificate in Condition Monitoring. I am sure that this program will provide the updated knowledge and new technologies to the learner related to renewable energy and condition monitoring. I also convey my sincere thanks to coordinating team of M.Sc Renewable Energy and Environment, Professor K.T. Manan, Dr. Rakhi Sharma, Dr. Sasank Srivastava, and Dr. Sanjay Agrawal. I also would like to say thanks to coordinating team of PG Certificate in Condition Monitoring, Dr. Sweta Tripathi and Professor P. Srinivas Kumar. I also would like to say special thanks to Director and his or her team of SOITS, SOS, and SOCIS who helped to development of this program. My vote of thanks would be incomplete if I do not thank my own colleagues and other than coordinating team of SOET from the school who has supported to give shape of these two programs. I would like to convey my regards to all the staff of SOET, Mr. Sekhar, Mr. Mohit, Ms. Archana, Ms. Sunita Kapoor, Chokramji, for their support. I am also very thankful to Professor Subodh Kesarwani, Director COE, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, PIU in charge, and Team COE for telecasting this function of IGNOU on IGNOU Facebook Live and YouTube Live. At the end, I once again sincerely thank to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageswar Rao sir, and our respected Pro Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Satyakam sir, for gracing the occasion, and all the participants who have joined and participated in this program. Thank you one and all very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, on the behalf of SOET, I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor to permit us to close this ceremony. Thank you, sir. Thank